Welcome to a story few remember, but one that could have changed the face of European air combat. A story of innovation, missed opportunity, and a fighter so advanced for its time, it left foreign observers stunned and competitors scrambling to catch up. This is the forgotten legend of the Fokker G.1. They called it the Flying Dutchman, and some believed it was the deadliest fighter in all of Europe. Let's go back to the mid-1930s. Aviation was undergoing a revolution. Speed, firepower, and range were becoming the new holy trinity of air combat. Most air forces still clung to traditional single-engine biplanes or early monoplanes. Fokker, the aircraft company, was the same company that designed the famous three-winged fighter plane used by Germany during World War I. What emerged from their drawing boards in 1936 didn't look like anything else in the sky. Twin tail booms, a central fuselage that looked like something from science fiction. And inside that sleek nose, cannons, machine guns. Enough firepower to tear bombers to pieces and hold its own against any fighter of the time. At its heart, the G.1 was meant to be more than a dogfighter. It was designed to hunt bombers, to patrol vast areas of airspace, and to strike quickly with overwhelming force. It was called a jacked cruiser in Dutch, a fighter cruiser. And that term tells you everything. This was not a nimble little plane built for acrobatics. It was a predator, fast, deadly, and designed to strike with devastating effect. Early versions came with two Hispano-Suiza 14AB radial engines, giving the aircraft a top speed of around 470 kilometers per hour, or nearly 300 miles per hour. That put it on par with some of the fastest fighters of its day. But what really impressed observers was its armament. The G.1 could carry two 23mm cannons and 4 machine guns in the nose. For comparison, the German Bf 109 of the same era had just 2 or 3 machine guns and sometimes a single cannon. In raw firepower, the G.1 outgunned almost everything in the sky. When it made its debut at the 1938 Paris Air Show, crowds were stunned. Military delegations from across Europe came to inspect the strange Dutch aircraft. The French were impressed. The Swiss and Finns showed interest. The Spanish Republic allegedly tried to buy a few during their civil war. Even the Germans were paying attention. There's even a rumor, though never officially confirmed, that the Luftwaffe test flew a captured or purchased G.1 prototype before the war. What we do know is this: German intelligence definitely had their eyes on it. Meanwhile, back in the Netherlands, Fokker began slow production for the Royal Netherlands Air Force. The Dutch ordered 36 units. Not many, but enough to form a core squadron of heavy fighters. Plans were in place to produce more. A new variant with British Bristol Mercury engines, the G.1 Beau, was designed for export. Finland even placed an order for 26. On May 10th, German forces invaded the Netherlands in a fast and brutal blitzkrieg. The Dutch Air Force scrambled to defend the skies with what few aircraft it had. The Fokker G.1s, still few in number, were thrown into the fight. And what happened next is almost unbelievable. Despite being outnumbered, lacking radar support, and facing the full force of the Luftwaffe, Dutch G.1 pilots scored multiple kills. In one chaotic air battle, a G.1 pilot shot down a Heinkel He-111 bomber before turning to engage a Bf 109. Other G.1s destroyed German transport planes as they tried to land paratroopers. In some cases, the G.1's heavy armament proved devastating, tearing enemy planes apart in seconds. One pilot, Lieutenant Bram van der Stok, later known for escaping from Stalag Luft 3 during the Great Escape, flew combat missions in the G.1 during the invasion. He recalled the aircraft as fast, solid and surprisingly agile, capable of holding its own even against lighter single-engine fighters. But heroism wasn't enough. The Germans overwhelmed Dutch defenses in just 5 days. Many G.1's were destroyed on the ground during bombing raids. Others were sabotaged by their own crews to prevent capture. A few were taken by the Germans and sent to testing facilities, but their fate is unclear. Some reports suggest they were evaluated and then scrapped. 1 or 2 may have been used for target practice. And just like that, the Flying Dutchman vanished from the skies. But its story doesn't end there. Aviation historians still debate the G.1's true potential. Could it have challenged Germany's Bf 110 as Europe's top twin-engine fighter? Would it have fared better than France's underperforming Potez 630? And what if Finland had received its order? Could the G.1 have played a key role in the Winter War? Some even go further, comparing the G.1 to later designs like the American P-38 Lightning, also a twin-boom heavy fighter. It's clear that Fokker was ahead of its time. The G.1 flew years before the P-38 and had a similar layout, purpose, and design philosophy. In a way, it was Europe's prototype for what a long-range heavy fighter could be. But unlike the Lightning, the G.1 never got its chance. It was a weapon without a war, at least not one it could win. Victim to geography, politics, and sheer bad timing, today, not a single complete G.1 survives. Only a few parts, fragments, and blueprints remain. But in recent years, aviation enthusiasts in the Netherlands have built replicas, painstakingly recreated from photographs and surviving factory plans. In museums and air shows, these replicas keep the memory of the G.1 alive. It's a reminder of what might have been. The Fokker G.1 may not have become the deadliest fighter in all of Europe, but it came closer than most, and had the cards fallen differently, it might have rewritten the skies. So, what do you think? Was the Fokker G.1 truly a missed masterpiece? Or was it just another bold idea lost to the chaos of war? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe for more forgotten warplanes and untold military stories, and share this with anyone who loves the history of aviation. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the deadliest designs never get the chance to fight.